53 separate pieces of business. All of these can be done by the House of Representatives. Mr Turnbull should remember the Parliament does not belong to him or the government. It belongs to the people of Australia. There is work that the Parliament should be doing and ought to be doing, and Mr Turnbull ought to let the parliamentarians do their job. I'd like to hand over now to the Manager of Opposition Business to talk further about this most extraordinary and chaotic development.
Thanks, Bill. Well, what do you say? Today's the day that the Prime Minister decided to stop governing. Today's the day that a born-to-rule Prime Minister behaved like a spoiled brat and said, if I can't bat, I won't let anyone play. Today is just an extraordinary day. The last time we cancelled a week of Parliament was back in 2005, around the time of the Bali bombings. I've never heard of an occasion where Parliament gets cancelled because the Prime Minister's throwing a tantrum. That, under these rules, if this was the expectation, the 43rd Parliament never would have sat. We would have had 3 years without a Parliament. What Malcolm Turnbull is doing here is absolutely beyond belief. Just beyond belief. The Parliament's got a job to do. We've had years now where Malcolm Turnbull has said, if Parliament sits, we're not allowed to have a vote on marriage equality. Now he says the Parliament's only allowed to sit if we're going to have a vote on marriage equality. And it can't deal with any of the other 53 items of business that would logically be in front of the Parliament next week. Will be no doubt, whenever the Parliament does meet, whenever Malcolm Turnbull decides to turn up to work, because at a time of low wages growth, we all know exactly what Australians are thinking right now, because if they're going to have a hard week at work, they don't get to say, well, that's it, I'm not turning up. Malcolm Turnbull says, well, if he's got a hard week at work, he just won't show at all. That's what we're confronted with, but whenever the Parliament meets, be in no doubt at all, we'll be pursuing our agenda, we'll be pursuing a Royal Commission into the banks, we'll be pursuing people who work on Sundays being able to get their penalty rates back. Because Labor is the party that will turn up for work. And it's pretty low threshold if the difference between the parties is whether or not you'll turn up for work. But that's exactly what Malcolm Turnbull's reduced the Parliament to today.